Stop scrolling right now because Dakota Ditcheva is officially 16-0. In her long-awaited return, she delivered a dominant performance against Denise Kielholtz. And now Joe Rogan's past praise for the undefeated PFL superstar has fans asking one massive question. Could Dakota Ditcheva actually dominate the UFC women's flyweight division? After her incredible performance at PFL New York, the devastating striker may have reached an entirely new level. Let's break it all down.
Impressive.
Voice Dakota Ditcheva is back after spending more than a year on the sidelines, recovering from a serious hand injury. Many fans wondered whether she would return at the same dominant level, but she answered those doubts the moment she stepped into the PFL cage at PFL New York. So, what happened? She didn't score the knockout that many fans were expecting, and she didn't finish Denise Kielholtz. Instead, she delivered something that may have been even more impressive, a complete masterclass. Dakota controlled the fight from start to finish, dominating all 3 rounds. Every judge scored the contest 30-27 in her favor, giving her a unanimous clean sweep. With that victory, Dakota Ditcheva improved her flawless professional record to 16-0.
Dangerous! Dakota!
But here's where things get really interesting. Dakota entered this fight as an overwhelming betting favorite, with some sportsbooks listing her at around 10,000. That's an extraordinary level of confidence from the betting world. Even so, Denise Kielholtz was far from an easy opponent. A seasoned veteran, former Bellator kickboxing champion, an accomplished combat sports athlete, she brought years of high-level experience into the cage. From the opening round, however, Dakota was in complete control. She immediately established her range with sharp jabs, powerful body kicks, precise counters, and constant footwork. Kielholtz tried to slow her down with inside leg kicks, but Dakota dictated the pace from start to finish. Late in the round, she landed a perfectly timed counter that reminded everyone why she's considered one of the most dangerous rising stars in MMA. Round 2 showcased an even deeper side of Dakota's skill set. She punished Denise's body with crushing knees from the clinch and remained composed after Kielholtz briefly secured a takedown, quickly scrambling back to her feet. Dakota then began turning Denise's offense into her own advantage, catching kicks, executing well-timed trips, and repeatedly putting her opponent in difficult positions. She capped off the round with a devastating head kick that visibly rocked Kielholtz, although the veteran managed to stay in the fight. By the 3rd round, Dakota never let up. She continued applying relentless pressure with head kicks, body attacks, crisp combinations, and non-stop movement. Despite the constant offense, Kielholtz's toughness and experience allowed her to survive until the final bell. Dakota didn't get the finish, and that's where the debate began. Some critics argued that she should have stopped an opponent many believed was completely outmatched. Others pointed to the scorecards and dismissed the criticism entirely. After more than a year away from competition, Dakota returned to win every round on all 3 judges' scorecards, earning 3 identical 30-27 scores in a dominant unanimous decision, and that's exactly where Joe Rogan's earlier comments suddenly become much more interesting.
Pretty girl that fights in the PFL. What's her name? Dakota Ditcheva? I don't know how to say her last name. I don't know. She's from England. I don't know what her ethnicity is, but she is like, most of her fights win by knockout. She's this Muay Thai specialist, but she's pretty. She's real pretty and like slim and slender, and
Sounds
she just
awesome.
fucks these girls up.
That's it.
Fucks these girls.
So now the biggest question remains, was Dakota Ditcheva's 16-0 return the ultimate proof that she's ready to dominate the UFC, or did her fight against Denise Kielholtz show that she still has more to prove before facing the sport's elite? One thing is certain, Joe Rogan has already made it clear that he sees something special in Dakota. She's undefeated, she's a PFL champion, and she has added another dominant victory to her resume. But if she truly wants to prove she's the future of women's MMA, there's only one way to settle the debate. She has to face the very best. So, what do you think? Could Dakota Ditcheva actually take over the UFC women's flyweight division? Or is the UFC's elite competition an entirely different level? And if Dakota eventually signs with the UFC, who should be her first opponent? Should it be Valentina Shevchenko, Alexa Grasso, or someone else entirely? Let me know your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest UFC, PFL, and MMA news, analysis, and breaking updates.
PFL is going to get people to pay attention. If the UFC went away, the PFL would probably take up the slack. I'm a fan of the best fighters in the world getting together. and whatever we have to do to facilitate that, that's what I want to see happen. There's one who's really interesting. She's terrifying. Her mindset, she's a great example. She's a gorgeous woman. She looks like a model. It has nothing to do with men beating each other up. It has nothing to do with brutishness. It has to do with high-level problem solving with dire physical. Really pretty girl that fights in the PFL. What's her name? Dakota Ditcheva? I don't know how to say her last name. I don't know. She's from England. I don't know what her ethnicity is, but she is like, most of her fights win by knockout. She's this Muay Thai specialist, but she's pretty. She's real pretty and like slim and slender. And
sounds
she just
awesome.
Fucks these girls up.
That's it.
Fucks these girls.
Not in the UFC yet, but look at Dakota Ditcheva. She is a scary striker, and she's an amazing athlete, right? But her mom was Muay Thai world champion, so she came up in this sport and has been doing it her whole entire life.
Basically kind of said that I thought the PFL was coddling this person, they were hiding her, all this stuff. Dakota Ditcheva, man, she proved me absolutely wrong. She's fire. That girl she is good, she's mean, she's nasty, she goes after people, she doesn't get decisions, she's knocking people out, she is making them quit. She is the breakout fighter. I was like, oh, she's gonna get exposed. Nope. The only thing that got exposed was my stupidity. I look at her performances, I'm like, God damn, when she fought Santos in the PFL championships, she just annihilated her. This is a fighter that many people thought beat, Shevchenko. And I'll tell you what, right now, I'm not too sure that Shevchenko is the best 125er there is. Hey, man, she goes after people. She is nasty. Everything with people saying, oh, take her to the ground. They can't keep her down. She gets up. Yeah. She knows what she's doing, and I've seen her take shots. She doesn't back down. And man, her knees inside, her kicks, everything, she's going to be around for a long time. You allow her to elbow because, man, her elbows in that final fight, which she was allowed to throw, devastating. And so she wasn't allowed to use any of those throughout that whole tournament and stuff. She is absolutely someone that people...
Behind your teammate, Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Oh, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulder.
One of the most dangerous women in combat sports is receiving praise from some of the biggest names in MMA. Joe Rogan, Kayla Harrison, Big John McCarthy, and even UFC fighter Juliana Miller have all shared remarkably similar opinions about Dakota Ditcheva. They're all asking the same question. Has the undefeated PFL superstar become the most feared striker outside the UFC? Let's break it all down.
Really pretty girl that fights in the PFL. What's her name? Dakota Ditcheva? I don't know how to say her last name. I don't know. She's from England. I don't know what her ethnicity is, but she is like, most of her fights win by knockout. She's this Muay Thai specialist, but she's pretty. She's real pretty and like slim and slender. And
sounds
she just
awesome.
Fucks these girls up.
That's it.
Fucks these girls up.
Joe Rogan has watched thousands of elite fighters throughout his career, so when he singles someone out, people pay attention. On the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan described Dakota Ditcheva as an incredibly dangerous Muay Thai striker. He also highlighted something that many fans tend to overlook. Because of Dakota's slim build and model-like appearance, some people underestimate just how dangerous she truly is inside the cage. But the moment the fight begins, that perception quickly disappears. Her devastating knees, punishing body shots, lightning-fast combinations, and relentless striking have made her one of the most feared and explosive fighters in women's MMA.
Behind your teammate, Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Oh, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
What? As even more impressive is that Dakota Ditcheva is earning praise from someone who trains alongside her every day, UFC bantamweight champion Kayla Harrison. The two train together at American Top Team, where Harrison has witnessed Dakota's skills firsthand. Kayla has repeatedly described Dakota as a killer, and has even called her the future of women's MMA. Coming from a two-time Olympic gold medalist, former PFL champion and reigning UFC champion, that's an incredible level of respect. Harrison knows exactly how dangerous Dakota is because she's seen the countless hours of hard work, intensity, and elite-level talent that Dakota brings to the gym behind closed doors.